Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. Today we are having a man, and I will be telling you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches, and the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru. So you can follow Jenga Njeru on Facebook, and you'll be getting these updates in real time. Our guest on today's show is a 42-year-old man who is single and searching. Again, I have always given a disclaimer that this is an international platform where men and women are matched for the sake of marriage. So we are bringing a guest who is not a Kenyan, a guest who is an international fan of the show, and we all belong together. Therefore, we will be giving people opportunities, platforms where they can use them as launching pads to their marriages. And if it is so pleases God, then this will be the place where you will be getting a match if you're watching and you're single. Now, our guest on today's show is Jean Paul. Jean Paul is a man who is 42 years old, who is single and searching, a father of three, and a man who is a Congolese national. He comes from Congo, but he's currently working in Burundi. He comes from the DRC, what we call the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, DRC is in Africa, and so he's also an African. What I've realized is that we do not have so much of a discrepancy between cultures in Africa. And I have been able to interact with people from different parts of the world, people from Nigeria, people from Uganda, Tanzania, people from Zimbabwe. For instance, our next guest is a lady from Zimbabwe, but currently working and living in the United Kingdom. So she is single and searching. And you will hear, in terms of culture, we do not have so much of a discrepancy. I told you that we don't have a deficit of culture. And some of the cultures we borrow from one another because we come from the same place. We have the same origin. And in most times they're not, beliefs are similar. And if you take an African child raised from, let's say, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana, name all those countries, South Africa, Lesotho. If you take an African child who was typically raised by an African parent, the levels of, let's say, discipline and programming look alike. And African parents are almost similar in every other part of Africa because we have almost similar kind of upbringing. So even when it comes to culture, things like marriage, rites of passage, initiation, birth. How many rites of passage do you know? There was birth, there is initiation. Is it initiation? There are people who call it circumcision. This is the rite of passage that qualifies you or promotes you from childhood to adulthood. There is marriage. Marriage is also another rite of passage. And there is death. There are also other rites of passage. But if you look at how Africans handle these rites of passage, they are almost similar. And therefore, the kind of programming that people get from one African parent to the other, transferred from one African child to the next, is almost the same. So, Bwana Jean Paul is looking for an African wife who is between the ages of 35 and 45, a woman who is serious, a woman who is coming from a Christian background because he says he's born again, he is a believer, and he would want somebody who is also born again, somebody who has given out that commitment to serve God. So he wants a woman who does not smoke, a woman who does not drink, a woman with or without children. If you hear that somebody has moved out of their country, that tells you something about them. Tells you that the person is not lazy, and number two, the person has been out there to look for greener pastures. I believe there are so many people who are watching me from the diaspora. The diaspora is a community of people who are living far away from their respective countries. Those people are not taken there by force. If you're watching me and you're in the diaspora, you're probably watching me because you have gone there to look for greener pastures. You've gone there to make things work. You've gone there to see what can be done at a particular time. And maybe you have goals and objectives. You have milestones that you want to accomplish within a set period of time. And therefore, just like Bwana Jean Paul, he is, and I want to give out his phone number here and on my Facebook page. So I want you to stay tuned, because at the end of the video, which is coming soon, in the next minute or two, I'll be sharing his phone number. The reason is because I would want as many people as possible to get. Then it also matters with the guest. I have always said one of the reasons why I do not share maybe phone numbers on YouTube is because people will be telling us to pull down after they've gotten matches. And the easiest way is to post them on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru, because a post can be taken down the feeds, the news feeds, and if that post was posted on the stories section of my Facebook page, they automatically expire within a span of 24 hours. Meaning, within 24 hours, people who are interested will have called the guest. And as many as of those who are serious can be chosen, because after all, this page has more than 100,000 followers. Predominantly, the page is made up of singles. Meaning, even if you are called by 1,000 people, 2,000 people within a span of 24 hours, you are likely to identify 1, 2, 3, or even 4 that you can compare. And because you're only looking for one partner, 24 hours is enough. If your story was aired on YouTube, like this one of Mr. Jean Paul. And if you want your story, by the way, to be aired just like this one, you can contact my desk on the numbers you're seeing on the screen. +2547129976660. You get in touch with my desk and you will be posted. And there are advantages anyway, because when people are contacting you, they are contacting you from a point of interest. They are contacting you from a standpoint of desire. It is unlike when you're trying to negotiate with somebody. It is unlike when you are at the mercy of somebody being the one who is choosing. Now you're on the choosing end, meaning you're comfortably able to choose the person you like and the person who ticks most of the boxes, as of which you had already given us choice and preference. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jean Paul wants somebody who is going to be motherly, somebody who has children, with or without. That will not be a deal breaker, but somebody who will be comfortable with his 3 children. And that person, I said, should be a Christian, a person who fears God, a person who is ready for marriage, a person who is serious for that matter, a person who can lead a good Christian family. His number is +257 720 63674. I will repeat, +257 720 63674. Remember, Jean Paul is a father of 3, 42 years old, looking for a woman between the ages of 35 and 45. He comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, but he lives and works in Burundi. What can we say? We can only wish him well. We can only hope that he gets the love of his life. Until then, this is Jenga Njeru. I'll see you in the next video.